Now that we have laid on this, our altar of humanity, our collective consciousness in this digital space, all of our joys and all of our sorrows, I'm going to invite us all to collectively move our hearts and minds and spirits toward a space that honors what we do with these things that are too big for any of us to hold alone. Some faith traditions call this meditation, others the deep ask of prayer. But given the difficulties of our world and the situations that have come up this week for me, I invite you right now to pray with me. Great Spirit of life, the embodiment of love through us, working in and in between all things, God of many names and no name at all. We come today with so much hurt in our hearts. There is indeed a plague upon our houses. It is devastating all of us in so many different ways. We cry, hear our collective grief and anger. We cry out in disgust that the pain is not shared equally, but is focused on those in our world already marginalized and struggling. Where are you? Where is compassion? Where is justice? Where indeed is love? Yes, there are stories from our various faith traditions that do attempt to provide us some kind of guidance in these times, but I don't want stories right now. I want healing. I want justice. I want compassion. I want Mary J. Blige real love. We want some semblance of leadership through these times of pain. So we ask again, where are you? Where is the God of my grandmother, the one who seemingly made a way out of no way? It's in moments like this that I struggle to believe that any of these stories were real at all. Moments like this make me personally think that perhaps you are nothing more than myth. Stories told to move us through our own ignorance. Could it be that you are nothing more than what we tell ourselves exists between the space of knowing and not knowing? Our anger and our pain, now those are real things. You may or may not be. So why are we crying out into an emptiness? I know that if I cry hard enough, if I cry loud enough, I sense a change deep inside myself. It's a recognition that your presence in this world is really only realized through my own works and words. Do I see you in myself, or do I see myself in you? Do I see you in the face of others working toward justice, compassion, hope, and love? Perhaps you're here after all. Maybe you exist in the space where my highest hopes for humanity exist. Perhaps you and I and everyone here today are so intertwined that we can't be separated. It is in that commingling of our lives that all change becomes possible. Is that you? Is that your faint glimmer of hope in this situation? Maybe, just maybe, you are in the selfless acts of an individual donning a mask as a way to protect another. Maybe that's where I ask this prayer to land. Not on the altar of some unfamiliar, distant God, but in the great mystery that connects all of our lives together. May our anger be comforted by others. May our grief and despair be mutually shared. May our actions gently move this world toward greater healing and love. So let me yell, let me cry, let me sleep in the despair. That which will quiet me, that which will dry my eyes and wake me from my depressive slumber, is not the gods of old, but rather a new understanding that our connections to one another are what will provide us salvation. It is in that name, the name of all we continue to suspect, hope, or even those things that we continue to make holy, our interactions with one another, that we cry out loud, Amen, Ashe, and blessed be.